Disappointing, shocking. Just a couple of the adjectives being used to describe the last place Jets right now. So whose fault is it? To discuss that, here's Danielle Bain in Winnipeg. Danielle, there's plenty of blame to go around right now, but what are you hearing in that market? Who's catching the most grief right now?
Gino, I feel like blame could be tossed around like a hot potato right now here in Winnipeg. It's everywhere. The players themselves, they're taking accountability just as they have this entire season. Someone like Adam Lowry, who I've spoken to, the captain, he takes responsibility saying he needs to play better just like a number of the other guys. Head coach Scott Arniel just yesterday said he needs more from his staff, himself, the players, even the fans. He's bringing the fans into the push now, but as all businesses, you need to look at the top, and they need to take accountability as well. Kevin Cheveldayoff, in his midseason availability, said he's not happy with where things are at right now. Some of the signings haven't panned out the way that they've hoped, and fans aren't happy about that. So the blame game continues here in Winnipeg, Gino.
All right, you mentioned the coach. Let's get back to him. Scott Arniel's trying everything he can to get this turned around, and that includes making guys healthy scratches that have rarely been forced to watch games from upstairs in the past. How's that going over?
It's been really tough. I think that's been one of the toughest things this team has had to go through lately. Scott Arniel today said that by and far that is the absolute worst part of being a head coach, having those conversations. But he did say that they don't just come out of the blue. It's not like these guys are just getting told you're scratched tonight and there haven't been prior conversations. So they've had talks as to, their underperformance and how things are going. But you look at veteran guys that have been scratched like Nino Niederreiter, Luke Shen, Gustav Nyquist, and now tonight, Vlad Nemesnikov. That doesn't go over well for veteran players, so they're disappointed in their own selves, but they really want to be on the ice. So that's been a really tough thing for the organization to deal with, as well as the players.
All right, in a desperate attempt to find something positive, Jonathan Toews is coming around finally. After a run of 0 points over 11 games, he's now had 4 assists over his last 6. What are you seeing and hearing from him in particular?
So Jonathan Toews, we had a great chat with him today. He's feeling really good about the direction that his game's going in. The head coach, Scott Arniel, has said the same thing as well. And Toews noted to us that he really took that Christmas break to take a step back, reflect, and evaluate what's been going well and what hasn't. And he's come out of that break feeling really good and looking good as well. And I know the on-ice product right now is what matters most for Winnipeg, but even just his, relaxed mindset in his availability today just showed that he really brings a lot to the table. He even talked about the advice that he was giving to someone like Cole Perfetti and the ability that you need to have to be a pro to shrug things off. So having that mindset is good. And then in terms of responsibility and the opportunity that Toews is getting, we saw him at morning skate being added to that first unit power play in the bumper position. Arniel says that it really opened up opportunities to win more faceoffs, having him at the dot. So it'll be interesting to see him on that first unit power play to see what he can bring to the table there as well.
All right, so winless in 10. Tonight the Jets get McDavid, who's on a tear. What, if anything, can you give the fans in terms of hope when it comes to turning things around in this franchise?
Two main things, Gino. The first one is just to see how close this group is to kind of getting over that hump. The last 8 out of their 10 have been lost by just 1 goal. 4 of those have gone through regulation into extra time. So they're really close to getting over that hump. There's a few things that are happening here and there in each game that are the catalyst as to why they're not getting the 2 points, but they are extremely close. And many players have talked to me that they feel that way. Josh Morrissey just yesterday says he knows they're extremely close. It's just about when, but they are running out of time. The other thing that fans can really hold on to is that their elite players are still producing, and they're producing at an amazing level. So things would be a lot more bleak if their top players weren't performing. You at least have that, and you at least have a little bit of secondary scoring sneaking up. So we'll see if that continues tonight against McDavid and the Oilers.
Which is not going to be easy. Danielle Bain in Winnipeg, where the Jets, as you say, get set to host the Oilers on TSN 3, beginning with the pregame at 6:30 Central.